So in the last lesson, we talked about a brute force attack. And we talked about the fact that it can just take way too long for us to ever be able to find that password. Well, what we're going to do in this class is use a dictionary attack. Now, what is a dictionary attack? Well, it's kind of like what it sounds. We're actually going to go through a list of passwords and try each one until we figure out which one is the right one. Now, how's this different than the brute force attack? Well, a brute force attack is kind of dumb. It's going to start with 1 and then go to 2 and then go to 3. But with a dictionary attack, we can actually start with A and go to Z, or we can have a random order list based on what things are most commonly used. For instance, there's a document that comes out every year that says these are the 100 most commonly used passwords. And one of the first couple is the word password. Some other ones are love and God. And so if we have those at the top of our dictionary attack, we may be able to crack this person's password very, very quickly. Now, when we start looking at these passwords, we're going to actually go through and take them, and it has to, with the algorithm, it's going to actually hash them, and then compare that hash to the hash that we've collected in traffic. That can take some time. So there's another thing that we can do, which is called a rainbow table. And a rainbow table is just a variation of a dictionary attack, where it already has all of those words truncated down to this hash value. And so we can compare hashes to hashes directly. Now in this class, we're going to use a standard dictionary attack because that's the programs that we're using are going to use those and it's going to work fine for our purposes. But again, it's just something to keep in mind that if you're using larger things, you may want to use something like crackstation.net or one of the online rainbow tables, especially if you're trying to hack things like Windows passwords, as we talked about in our other courses. So when we talk about a dictionary attack here, does it have to be dictionary words? Well, no. The most common password lists are going to contain normal words. So puppy and cupcake and doggy and football and baseball and all those normal words will appear. But you can actually get some hacker dictionaries which basically have a lot of different letters changed out. For instance, if I wanted to have two words put together, like dragon breath, that may not be in a normal dictionary, but it may be in a hacker's dictionary. So if instead I wanted to take something like dragon breath and make it a little bit harder, security professionals will tell you to change out letters for numbers and things like that. So dragon breath becomes dr at th, bre at plus h, right? Something like that, as you can see here on the screen. And so it looks like dragon breath to me, and it makes it easier for me to remember, but I've changed out all of those letters and numbers. Now, the problem with that, a lot of the hackers' dictionaries have figured that out too. And they put this leet speak back into those dictionaries. And so things like doggy would be D0GGY, and password would be P at $W0RD, things like that, so that they can find those two inside their dictionaries. So what does this mean to you? Well, it means if you're going to be hacking wireless networks, you need to have a good dictionary file. And so I'm going to show you in the next lesson how we can get a dictionary file into our Kali Linux, and we can use that in our attacks.